You know, this is actually kind of this slide always kind of makes me laugh because why Energy Star? I always say why not, because I'm out there recruiting all the time. Fluctuating energy costs. Actually, Mary Lou, I can tell doctored this up, and I like this because it used to say high energy costs like a couple months ago, and actually a year ago, I think it was high energy costs. And we hear a lot from builders saying, what difference does it make? Oil's down to $2 a gallon. We know that this is not going to last. So this is a huge selling point because we don't know where energy costs are going to end up. And again, 15% better than code, so it performs 15% better than a code-built house, just at the bare minimum. So you potential savings there, 15%. And that's a marketing point that you can actually go out and say to your homeowners, this is what differentiates me to my competitor. A lot we hear this too, it's like you hear the term greenwashing now. A lot of people are using the term greenwashing because they'll say, well, I'm green. I've got one of the guys on my construction crew is a vegetarian. Doesn't necessarily make you green, but taking part in this program, getting a label, does make you energy efficient. You can tie back to that and say, my house is third party verified, follow the EPA, it's an Energy Star home. It's not just energy efficient, it's an Energy Star home. I'm glad we have a realtor in the room because this is something, we hear a lot about the program. I don't know if that shift's occurred yet in the market where people are asking for this. I have a real estate license, but I haven't sold a home in 2 years. I keep it active. But when I was selling real estate, all people cared about were cabinets and countertops. And being in this work, you know, I sold my very last house I sold on Cape Cod was an Energy Star house with cellulose insulation, a high efficiency heating system, solar thermal setup. I pointed all that stuff out. The people that bought the house bought it because they loved the countertops and the appliances, which were at least Energy Star. Do you see that? Do you see?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you are seeing.
When oil went above $4 a gallon, things started shifting in the buyer's eyes.
Great, so they're asking.
I see the seller's utility bills, absolutely, big shift.
Great. We're currently working right now with the Board of Realtors in Boston and eventually going statewide. Actually looking to be doing some work with the Southeastern Mass Board of Realtors. We have other realtors in the room as well, and looking to actually tap the real estate market to make sure that we can train realtors to point out those features. I mean, even if it's not an Energy Star house, at least you can go in and point out the energy efficient features of a home and help try to sell people and try to get people to want to buy Energy Star houses, but only that, energy efficient. And basically I said, positioning yourself in the marketplace, setting yourself aside from your competitors. This slide here actually, the decreased callbacks, when I first started, the very first builder I worked with, I got called to his job site because he had pipes bursting in his walls, and he couldn't figure out why. He wasn't an Energy Star builder. He figured if he called us, we could come out and would figure out why his pipes were bursting in his walls. We not only found out why the pipes were bursting in the walls, but now he's been an Energy Star partner for 2 years, and every house he builds is Energy Star. And he was inheriting the company from his dad, and his dad, he was the one doing all the punch list stuff, so he was the one getting the calls at 3 in the morning when a pipe would burst to go fix it or figure out what was wrong. And they actually lived in the development that they were building in, so everyone knew where he was. We're hearing from a lot of people, one of the big things is overall comfort. I mean, there is energy savings, there's a lot of these things here that we could say and tie back, and for everyone it's a little bit different why they do the program, and also what it actually provides them. Again, to me, it's this last one here. It exceeds local energy code. And again, if we're hearing that the real estate market's demanding that on a newly constructed home, that's huge. And again, because it's verified. I'm gonna drill that home. It's like the energy audit thing. Every time I do this, I always talk about energy audits and making sure people get them. But also third-party verification. This is a great selling point. And you also have someone else you can lean on technically. Maybe some of the things that you don't feel comfortable with or you're not 100% certain. We've had a lot of builders that assume that their ducts are great. They don't leak. But when they're pressure tested and they see where they're leaking, and maybe they're not that bad. Maybe it's something like one little area that's missed. But that way the builder can go back to his sub and say, listen, can you just make sure that's addressed the next time? And a lot of our raters are really good about working with people and saying, you know what, there's a ton of products and David will talk about it, but you know what, just have your sub come back or I've actually had a couple raters actually do it themselves and retest the house. And I think that I actually think that that's one of the greatest things about this program that, thank you, Christina. Well, every once in a while, you'll see me look in the back of the room. We had someone back there, and I just got the sign that said "Move on" because I'm dragging on. I just had the fortune to do a talk last week was in Fitchburg? She's not here right now. Fitchburg with the National Center for Healthy Homes. And one of the great things about an energy efficient house is the improved indoor air quality. Does anyone in here have a child that has asthma or know someone that has asthma? They say statistically it's like 1 in 4 houses here in Massachusetts, there's a child or someone in a home with asthma. And it's normally tied to an indoor air quality issue. When we did this talk with the National Center for Healthy Homes, there's a tie in there. Energy efficient houses, because of the way they're designed, you improve your indoor air quality. That's huge. And again, another selling point. We actually have a builder in here today that's working with someone who's building an Energy Star house or an energy efficient house specifically because of a person who has asthma. They're building a home directly because a person needs this type of house. And again, all this other stuff we kind of covered, but this is increased comfort, better construction, lower energy bills, reduced noise. We actually hear that too a lot, especially with different types of insulation. Assistance to home builders, financial incentives, technical assistance, the trainings like today. We're going to be doing 5 more of these throughout the state. We do on-site trainings too. We're not going to just be doing trainings on this subject. We're going to be doing multiple trainings. I'll be speaking at the Southeastern Mass Code Officials training next week. We'll be at Residential Design Construction speaking as well. So we're really out there trying to support you as the builder and the work you're doing with this program. And we want to be there to support you. If you're not in the program and you're thinking about coming in, you're concerned that you're not going to be able to do it, give us a call. We want to be out there to assist you. Eligibility requirements. This is brand new. A lot of people haven't seen this yet, but all buildings now in Massachusetts 5 stories or below, as long as they are in the residential use group, can participate in Energy Star. They can be master metered for heat, but not for electricity. They have to have individual electric meters. So if any of you guys are working with large buildings, let us know. If you do have one that's master metered electric and gas, give us a call because we'll be able to assist you as well, but it's a case-by-case basis.